Hello YouTube world, Pretend Farmer here. Not a real farmer, just pretending. Behind me we've got our raised bed garden here, and Mrs. Pretend Farmer has decided that she wants to do away with the raised bed design and expand the garden. Pretend Farmer got a brilliant idea. What if we could repurpose these and turn them into some kind of a mega chicken brooder? Let's get into it. So there's what I had at the beginning. This was our raised bed garden. So step one in the plan is to just kind of cut sections out of this thing, roughly in the dimensions I'm going to want this box to be. I ended up coming up with the dimensions of 4 foot by 7 foot. So I laid out all the pieces and started getting them trimmed up and squared. All right, so the foundation's laid. I need to go ahead and build it on up and get some walls around this thing so it'll be ready to hold some baby chicks. All right, so here we be. Got everything screwed together as far as the walls go. I ended up coming up with a spare piece of PVC pipe I had. I made into a little grid for the removable roof, which I'm going to drape a tarp over. And the reason I want this to be so easily accessible is because I'm going to need to be constantly getting in there. So I don't want to shingle it or anything, because this is going to be how I clean it out. I notched out a little door up front. And there we have the finished product. I ended up making the tarp so that it opens up at one end. I can fold it back halfway and get really good accessibility into the brooder. The chicks have a heat lamp hanging from the ceiling. They've got their food and water in one corner. They can get warm, and there's plenty of space for them to get away from the light. Until I come up with a better way to latch this thing, I'm just using screws that I'm running through a little eyelet. The way this thing is now, they can actually squeeze through these little bars and get outside in the run, and they're still protected. I actually have a fence that I put up to keep the bigger chickens from getting over there and messing with this thing. So these chicks basically have their own little protected lair in the corner of the run, and I think it turned out pretty well for something that cost me no money.